This is WWE Superstar The Miz, and on behalf of Armstrong, we want to remind you to stay safe and that we're all in this together.
Oh yeah, I'm WWE Superstar Otis, and you're watching Lonny Boy's House Show on Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Don't miss Friday Night SmackDown, Friday nights on Fox.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lonny Boy's House Show. Lonny Boy here with you, of course, Right Hook Ray. Mafia Bob is on assignment. He's down in Tampa Bay right now cleaning up the stadium after WrestleMania. And Ray, back to the live crowds. Let's get right to it. Finally, we get the real energy, the raw crowds. I am not a virtual reality guy. I don't like VR. I mean, I like that we can do our show and communicate in some of these mediums, but these live events, like without the fans being there and hearing that natural raw reaction, it's been making it a tough product. And again, WWE, AEW, they've done a good job making do with the circumstances they've had. So, Ray, let's start off with your review of WrestleMania. Let's go to night number one. What are your biggest takeaways?
The fans. Having the fans back was music to my ears. It was like back to normalcy. It felt like being back to something normal. Like we were getting a normal part of our lives back. Cesaro getting his first singles win on WrestleMania. That match was great.
Huge. That was huge.
Lashley. Nope, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I know we have a little bit of delay here, and I didn't want to interrupt you, but Cesaro finally getting a little bit of bump in spotlight time, and Seth Rollins, taking the L. Normally you wouldn't see that. I mean, Seth Rollins is a true competitor. He's a phenomenal athlete, and that was a phenomenal match, a great match, and Cesaro. If anybody's ever seen him, I've seen him wrestle live before. Have you, Ray?
I have not. I want to.
The guy's insanely athletic, he's not over Braun. You know what I mean? He's not like this chiseled Adonis with a couple moves and whatever, but he is just so athletic and quick. He reminds me of maybe a smaller version of a Bob Backlund as far as speed and wrestling ability goes. He's that quick. I mean, he is that quick. I know I'm old school, and I was old enough to see Bob Backlund wrestle live, but the guy was like grease lightning in a ring. He had to slow down to make the other wrestlers look good. So, but Cesaro, again, he's glad to see he's got some spotlight time. Maybe he starts moving up the ladder and starts getting a crack at a title or two. What do you think, Ray?
Hopefully, I hope that night one was the springboard for that, because he deserves it. He's such a superstar. He's such an athlete, such a freak of nature. You have to showcase that stuff eventually.
Right. All right. Yeah, I mean, they really don't have no direction right now for Seth Rollins. So, it's a good time for him to take a pinfall. And what are you doing, Ray? What are you looking at?
No, nothing. Just looking outside.
You weren't even paying attention. I'm sitting here ready to make a really good point, and you're out looking at the landscaping and the birds out in the yard.
I'm sorry.
Man, we invest millions of dollars into the production here. So anyway. So, I mean, what do you think the next direction is for Seth Rollins? Is he going to go heel? Is he going to go back to face? What's going on here? Because he's relatively starting back up again.
I don't know. I'm going to assume he stays heel. I'd like for him to go back to Raw, but he just went over to SmackDown, so that's not going to happen. Um, I'm gonna say he stays heel, and they try something new with him, and they finally scrap this Messiah thing because it's he's not on Monday night anymore. He's on Friday night, so he
The,
needs a
the
fresh
Midnight
new thing.
Messiah thing it kind of rubbed me a little bit, uh, not that I'm not a, anti-defamation person, or, I don't know what you call it. Somebody who, gets upset people, sprinkle in, religious references and different things of that nature or whatever. And it offends a lot of people. It doesn't offend me or really bother me. Just kind of, it's weird,
It irks you.
calling somebody a Messiah is just kind of, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I
hopefully,
mean,
hopefully they finally scrap that and change it.
yeah. Why does he do like everybody else and call himself the king? Like Lawler, Corbin, Harley Race. Come on.
Because they already have it. Because they already have that. They have that in Corbin.
What's wrong with one more? I don't know.
I don't see
King
anything wrong with
Corbin.
it.
I tell you what, I gotta hand it to Corbin. He keeps things a little bit, interesting. And I gotta admit, he's a hell of a worker. Keeping the King Corbin thing off, people generally dislike him. And when you start loving to hate somebody, then they've really embraced their character as a wrestler. And I think Corbin has put a lot of work into getting people to hate him so much they love seeing him so they can hate him even more. And that's kind of the point, I'm trying to make. And because I'm at that, when I see Corbin, I'm like, God, I hate this guy. But I want to see him win. I want to see him lose.
I'm the same way. Like as soon as I hear the music, I'm like, oh no. I'm like, anything but, please. No.
But he's entertaining though. He goes out there and he entertains. I know we're not supposed to be entertained according to your philosophy. We're just supposed to sit and watch. So
it's not always true.
Now, this is not a product endorsement, by the way. I just need a refreshing beverage.
Good.
So anyway, let's talk about the women's match on the first night. We saw Sasha Banks. Are we going to continue to see Sasha Banks, or is this it now, Hollywood Banks?
I think it's Hollywood Banks. I'm sorry to tell you. I think it's going to be Hollywood Banks, and I'm not happy with that decision because I don't want her to go. I want her to be the Eddie Guerrero of this female division and stick around and turn out 5-star matches after 5-star matches. But if Hollywood's calling for you,
on Bailey. You've got some good young wrestlers coming up the ranks in the female division that are ready
to Bailey. Then that comes to Bailey. Then I'm fine with Bailey carrying that mantle too. But the thing is, for that female division, Sasha has to stick around. She can't veer off.
You're going to have Becky Lynch coming back.
To be there.
You're going to have Becky Lynch coming back. You could, like I said, Charlotte Flair's back. Alexa Bliss is still a stronghold. You could see, more wrestlers, look at Belair. She's the champ. I mean, she's got hopefully a good run ahead of her. And it would be nice to see her get a really good run. I mean, what are your thoughts? First of all, their match, the title match was fantastic.
Great.
They put on a great show. I think that made night number one perfect. And it was, when you literally say the cherry on top, that was it. And that's how you end, one night. So congrats to them. But it's nice to see Belair get a title. Of course, my feelings for Banks. And, you disagree with me quite a bit on that. And that's okay.
I'm sorry. It's clearly Bianca's time. It was the right time and place to do this. And
Definitely.
that hair whip or lash at the end. Oh my god.
I know.
Oh, that
I
hurt.
got to admit,
It sounded
I got to
awesome,
admit
but it gotta hurt.
that ponytail of hers, first of all, was amazing. That is like, I mean, because she is, you figure she, Bianca Belair is not a small, petite woman. She is
No, she is not.
strong, athletic, uh, woman. And uh, that ponytail is just, it's like a weapon and it's the coolest thing. I mean, I wouldn't even
Coolest thing
call it
I've
a
seen in a
gimmick. It's not a
while.
gimmick. It's just like a perfect part of her, and I like that. So, well, anyway, best wishes to her. Hope it's a good, long and fruitful reign. But like I said, I
Hopefully it's
think
a
we'll see the
lengthy
Becky
run.
Lynch's of the world. Yeah, I think we're going to see Becky Lynch come back soon. I started seeing some workout videos popping up. So, the man may be back. So she may be back.
Let's hope so. It's almost
Yeah.
it's almost been a year, and I think me and you and a lot of other fans would obviously like to have her back very soon.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Braun Strowman match. Which a
Ah,
couple cool things again. Why why they have to gimmick him?
I wish I had the answer for you, Lon. I don't know why. I don't know what's happened to Braun Strowman in this past year and a half, 2 years. But I don't understand it. He looks great. He looks in great
Oh,
shape,
he's incredible.
and
He's in incredible shape.
I I don't understand what is his direction. I really don't, because at one point he was flipping over semi trucks, and now he's in a cage match
Yeah.
because someone called him dumb. I I don't understand
I'd be
it at
in a cage
all.
match every
It
day if
doesn't
that
make
was
any
me.
sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's Shane McMahon. Again, credit where credit's due. Shane McMahon goes out there and takes some hard bumps. That's
Yes, he does.
insane. Some of the bumps he takes. Oh, I mean,
There's
you're
no
talking
way
about,
at 50 that I'm aiming to do that.
oh, I know he's 50 years old. I can't even believe that. He's out there taking falls like that. So anyway, again, I would like to see Braun Strowman back with the Fiend. Paired up with Alexa Bliss. Get the family back together. Get a family together. Start trying. Because the Hurt Business, they need a challenger. Ray, wouldn't that make sense? Another family or another
They do.
faction that has some legitimacy. I'm not talking like
They are
Retribution or whatever
they
that was.
are they are going to need they are going to need some worthy opponents here soon. Um, especially our champ Lashley. He's going to need some.
That's
He's
your
going to need
champ.
some
He ain't
healthy
my champ.
competition.
That's your champ, Ray.
He
He ain't
he
my champ.
he's our champ. He's our champ. He's our champ right now.
I just wish I don't know. I he's not that
There's so
exciting
much
of a
more
wrestler in
that
the
could be
ring,
done,
right? I mean, is
but at
there
the same
some?
time,
I
he doesn't
mean,
have to be. He doesn't
I
have
don't
to
know.
be.
I like I
He
said,
he he
I
has to
rank
look
him.
the part.
I rank him. I rank him right up there with Drew McIntyre on the excitement meter. I got nothing for you.
I knew it.
In fact, them two are you throw him in there, Lashley, with the Mad Scotsman and throwing the head of the table. Again, it's just
Now
the
wait a
hype
minute.
is
The
the
head of the
excitement.
table proved
The
himself
hype
this
is the
weekend.
excitement. The actual match isn't. So I
I would
mean, it's just
disagree
not.
because Roman Reigns proved himself on night two, which I'm
Yeah, he
sure
did
we'll get to.
actually.
Roman Reigns proved himself. He proved himself quite quite invaluable on night two.
Well, I tell you what. Let's put a wrap on night one. Is there anything else that stood out to you on night one that really that really got your attention, good or bad?
The tag title match with AJ and Almas was a pretty cool
Yeah.
way to showcase a giant. That was honestly pretty cool.
That
And
whole
then obviously
dynamic, I'm
Lashley and
still trying to wrap my head
McIntyre,
around it.
like
Well, I'm
like
trying to wrap my
Almas
head
is such
around
a
the
big
Omos
guy.
and AJ Styles thing. What is it with? I don't know. I mean, who thought that was a good idea? I don't know.
The
Is
same
it
the same people that probably thought that Shawn Michaels and Diesel were a cool idea. Same people.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. All righty.
And then
Let's get on
Lashley
to night
McIntyre
number.
was just a hoss fight. Was just a big hoss
Oh, that
fight,
was a.
and it just it it served its purpose.
It
We'll
served
just
its
leave it at
purpose
that.
as being an unremarkable match during WrestleMania. Really?
If you want to put it that way.
No, I can because I'm absolutely 100% correct. I mean, I got documentation here, right over here. See, I got documentation here that says I'm correct. So
Okay.
I have proof.
Okay.
I have the paperwork to back me
I'll
up.
hold you to it.
So, let's go to night number 2. What do you think? Night number 2, a little bit of a letdown.
It was a little bit of a letdown. I also think a lot of people were so excited from night 1 that basically night 2 was gonna be kind of a letdown anyway. But
Right.
overall, the night 2 main event was awesome, was excellent. There were a couple of misses as far as the other matches on night 2 that probably made night 2 not the best.
Yeah,
And we can
I'm
start with the
hoping that
opener.
we've seen the. Well, I think. Well, yeah. If you want to start with the owner, what was that? That was Randy Orton, right?
Randy
No, that was the
Orton
triple
versus
threat
the
match.
Fiend.
Yeah,
Randy Orton and the
yeah.
Fiend opened up, and
I'm
one
hoping that's over
RKO
with now.
kills off the Fiend. I hope so too, and I hope it spins off into something a little bit more creative, a little bit more different, and it's something more positive for Bray Wyatt because that guy deserves a lot more
Hey, Bray, you
than
won me over.
obviously
I'm a big
what
fan.
previously is given to him.
Bray,
He's too
you stood
talented.
by
He's too
me.
smart.
I got one over. You're right. I'm a huge fan. I mean, I became a huge fan and was really enjoying some of the storylines and loved that they brought Alexa Bliss in. But again, why aren't they turning her loose? She should be fighting a match every week. She should not be fighting Randy Orton. She should be fighting a match every week.
I'm with you there 100%. I'm with you there.
And that's driving
She
me
should have a
nuts.
match every week.
Right.
She should have a match every week, winning those matches, getting over, making her as strong as possible.
Exactly. Again, I think there's a big swing and a miss there. So, what would you think of the triple threat match with Daniel Bryan and Edge and Roman Reigns, or do you want to wait for that
one? We can wait for that one and slowly build up to it.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley, Asuka.
I thought that match was okay. Yeah, I thought that match was all right.
Yeah,
Ripley's a superstar. I don't care what anybody says. She's gonna be a big star.
I'm right there with you on that.
What they're doing with Asuka, I have no idea. That's just another mystery. But obviously putting the title on Rhea was obviously the smart thing to do. And the match was good.
Yeah.
Didn't honestly need Charlotte in it to be honest.
No, it didn't.
It didn't need Charlotte involved at all.
It really didn't. I think one of the biggest disappointments for me was the U.S. title match, Riddle and Sheamus. I mean, a good match.
Yeah.
But Sheamus walking away with the title, they're building up. I mean, Riddle, as hard as they are, and they do this. It made no sense. Give him a little bit of a run.
I'm right there with you. The only thing that I could think of is if Sheamus has it, that must mean that there's something. Fingers crossed. Hopefully, playing for Keith Lee's return or Aleister Black's return.
Yeah,
or something like that for someone exciting to come back and challenge Sheamus for that U.S. title. Has to be.
It's nothing against Sheamus. Sheamus is a great wrestler, so
nothing
it's
against
nothing
him at
against
all.
Sheamus. So, but I thought, I mean, they were on a winning run with Riddle. I just, it took me a while to, to watch him, more matches, of course, because I don't watch NXT. You do. But it took me a while, and I really liked them. So, all right, let's talk about the Nigerian drum fight. And that's, that's the first one I've ever seen, and I love how WWE takes some slice of life or geography and makes it like I remember Jimmy Snuka and the Fijian strap matches, all sorts of different. So now we have the Nigerian drum fight between Apollo Crews and who was that? A Big E and Apollo Crews. So
and Big E and Apollo Crews.
And Big E's one of my favorite wrestlers.
Shocked.
So
yeah, I love Big E. I was shocked at the end to some degree. I hope that this means that Big E is on to bigger and better things. Hopefully the Universal title picture now. Since he's no longer the Intercontinental Champion.
Again, that kind of was a short run, and I'm not sure I liked it.
Yeah, so I'm hoping giving like Apollo Crews his brand new bodyguard, giving him a title will like boost up his profile some.
Yeah, Apollo Crews is a good wrestler too. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm not taking anything away from him, but
elements.
like I said, all right. Let's see. What else do we have to talk about for night number 2? Again, a kind of a strange night because the biggest build up. I mean, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, the Canadian Castro. They put on a decent match. Kevin Owens is just a total worker, and you got to love that about Kevin Owens. You're never going to have a bad Kevin Owens match. Am I right or wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. You will never have a bad Kevin Owens match. Never.
And Sami Zayn's, like I said, he's a good entertainer too. All right, well, let's get to the main event. What else do we have there?
Did we also skip the Bad Bunny match from night 1?
Oh no, we didn't skip it.
Okay. But hey, I have to give credit where credit's due for a musician. He actually had a really good match. He did a good match. It wasn't a bad match considering everyone involved, but he actually had a really good performance.
It was those guys. It was better than having that Colin Yost and whatever that was from Saturday Night Live a couple years ago. And I mean, hey, they're not even funny. Those guys from Saturday Night Live weren't even funny. But then again, it's your younger generation. Your definition of funny and entertainment is a lot different than what mine was. So
no, trust me, they're not funny at all.
You had to actually be funny. You had to be funny and entertaining both. So
yeah,
I mean, you get a guy.
They're not funny.
They're not funny. I don't find anything redeeming about. But I don't know. Oh man, somebody's texting me right in the middle of a show. But the Bad Bunny thing, I'll let you have your fun, Ray. Because you know what? You deny me my fun. You deny me my fun, Ray. When I want to have fun and I find something entertaining, you deny me and you shoot me down, and you do. And you do. You've been aggressive. You've called me out. And you've even told me I'm not allowed to have
you
fun.
in the right direction.
And now you're telling me I have to have fun with Bad Bunny. So now the tables are turned, right,
match was entertaining. The match was entertaining.
Oh, it's entertaining to. Oh, okay.
The match was entertaining.
See,
the match was entertaining.
I'm not gonna beat you up over that like you beat me up over it. That's all right.
Feel free for one night. For one night, I came around to being entertained. For one night.
Okay. Oh,
and that was
so you allowed
strictly for that match.
You allowed your heart to open up to happiness. Thank God.
Yeah, for at least one match. For at least one match.
All right. Let's get to the triple threat match. What do we think?
I thought it was excellent.
I mean, the outcome. We knew what the outcome was going to be.
I honestly didn't.
I mean, you knew.
I honestly went in. No, I didn't. I honestly didn't. I honestly went in pleasantly surprised and didn't really expect anything because it could have went any way.
No, it
really could have.
It was not going to go. They've invested way too much money in Roman Reigns. They're not taking that title away. They're going to draw everything they can out of this.
I'm just saying.
I mean, that's
Edge's comeback was 10 years. Was I believe 10 years to that date. Daniel Bryan triple threat match WrestleMania. I honestly went in and had no idea which way it could have went, and how it went at the end was just a masterpiece. Just a masterpiece. It puts over Roman even more, and to actually have the live crowd boo him was just excellent.
You know, I just got a message from Mafia Bob. I'm not kidding you. I don't know, is he chimed in here or listening? Here, I'm going to show this. Can I hold this up to the screen here? Can you see that? What it says there? I don't know if you can zoom in on that.
No, because
okay, I'll read it to
you.
you. Oh, there you go. Is that better? Yeah, there you go. You see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Ray Roman sucks. Yeah, Mafia Bob was not impressed. And I think
he was not a fan.
He was not a fan, and yes, the match was good, Ray. Great triple threat match. I already knew the outcome, so I didn't have my hopes up where I wasn't on the edge of my chair saying something big's going to happen here. Nothing big happened there, just a good match. That's all it was. Yeah, just a big match. And who's he talking about? Mafia Bob said there's an MLB commentator that was on Raw or working on Raw or doing
Apparently Raw changed commentary teams.
And I thought Coachman was really good. I don't know why they didn't keep him around as a regular everyday commentator. I thought he was fantastic. No.
He wasn't bad at all.
No, he wasn't. And that's the whole thing is we got to remember the measuring stick of, I would say, the Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan combination, hands down the best combination, I think that WWE ever had. You won't find that kind of organic chemistry with two guys. Gorilla Monsoon never took himself too serious, which made him, when he would say Brutus Beefcake, he would call him Brudi. There was names and words that he used, off the dictionary that were hilarious. And Heenan, Bobby the Brain Heenan, was just unbelievably funny.
Magic.
Without even trying to be funny. Yes. And I miss that combination. Jerry the King Lawler, I think in his prime, working with JR. When they worked together,
probably the closest thing that we might get.
All right, Ray. Well, let's put a bow on this show. Give us your final thoughts.
WrestleMania weekend was a total success. It was great to have the fans back. Hopefully that means that we're a step closer to getting the live fans back for Raw and SmackDown, and you know, getting back to some normalcy again. It was really nice to
Yep. And
have
you and
that
I will
live
be going
crowd
to a
there.
live show. I got my
That's
second
right.
vaccination, and you and I,
I'm
Mafia
getting
Bob,
mine
we're
Thursday.
gonna get to a live show. That's right.
Absolutely.
So, all righty, good deal. Again, I thought WrestleMania, again, yes, a success. Memorable, a few moments. Will I be talking about it 5 years from now? Probably not. So again, a good product they put out. I think they get a full year of the fans back under their belts again. They'll be able to, keep building this up, um, and actually get some storylines with some, consistency. So, but Ray, that's all I got. I mean, we pretty much agreed on a lot of stuff today.
Yeah. Very, very unusual for us.
I'm beginning to think maybe it's Mafia Bob that gets in between us. It causes this problem that we have.
Could be. Who knows?
That's right. I
Who
mean, you've
knows?
seen
But
all the violence, that's occurred on our shows because of him.
yeah. Yeah, you know what? I never thought of it that way before.
Hey, Ray, give your podcast a plug here.
You can follow or listen to my podcast. It's the Right Hook Ray podcast. It's on Spotify and pretty much anywhere podcasts can be heard.
Yep.
It's a
You want to
it's a
talk
bit of a
about
potpourri of everything,
NBA?
of sports. We talk
Yep.
sports, we talk a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of life. Um, haven't done an episode in about a little while, but yeah. But
Okay,
I
good
do plan
deal.
to do one here very soon.
Super. Ray, always good seeing you, my man. And I can't wait you and I soon. We're going to be able to get back in the studio again.
Absolutely.
So,
Me and Mafia Bob cannot wait to get back in the studio.
yep. I agree. I can't wait either. So, hey, Ray, take care of yourself, my man.
All right, take care.
All right, folks. For Right Hook Ray, Mafia Bob on assignment. This is Lonnie Boy's House Show. You folks, you take care out there.
I'm WWE superstar Alexa Bliss, and you're watching Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Watch me on Friday Night SmackDown on Fox.